Hey, manifestors, it's Mercedes. I am about to go run a few errands and see my dad for a quick minute. I had a thought, and the thought came from a series of conversations with experts and my manifesting groups and just some reading and pondering and pontificating that I've been doing, right? And one of the things that I'm clear on is one of the ways that you move beyond manifesting the same old thing. Listen, if the same old thing is good for you, cool, keep doing it. But if the same old thing is not good for you, then consider that your practicality might be messing up your possibility. Like sometimes you're being so practical that you're messing up what's possible for your life, for your career, for your family, for your children, for whatsoever it is. So I'm gonna give you this, and then I'm going to run my errands and do my dad. But so sometimes we're so practical with every single thing that we can't see the magnitude of the possibility that exists right in front of us or that is all around us. And so if you find yourself asking tons of questions about everything, your practicality might be messing up your possibility. Like something comes to the forefront of your existence, something comes, an opportunity, even something as simple as sharing time and space with your family, with your loved ones, doing something different for your career with your coworkers. But you gotta ask so many questions that it kills the possibility and the hope. Like sometimes just step out on faith and do the thing. Sometimes just make the decision to put yourself in a space to experience something more, something different, and something better. And the truth is, for some of y'all, asking questions is just a habit. You haven't even thought through what you're asking about, right? Sometimes you haven't even considered that no more thought, no more questions, no more what I just said. I do sometimes. Pondering and pontificating needs to be done. You just need to take advantage of the possibility, because when you're in the habit of asking so many questions, sometimes you think you're asking for clarity, but the more you ask questions, the more it gives you information that's causing you to hesitate and causing you to pause. And then what happens? You miss the opportunity. Then what happens? It skews or taints the possibility. And whatsoever possibilities exist to give you more hope, more joy, more love, you know I'm about to say it, more money, then use those possibilities to create the more in your life that you want so much. And possibilities give us a flow of hope, right? Possibility gives us a newness within our existence that help us to feed our soul, that help us to prosper our soul. But so often, because we are in the habit of asking so many questions, we cut off the flow that could give us exactly what we want and what we need. And many times we ask so many questions because we're just so used to being practical. We're just so used to also playing it safe, right? And playing it safe means you won't drive a different way to work. You know, this way gets me there at this time, and that's not always going to get you to the possibility of what you desire and what you deserve. Sometimes we play it safe, even with the people we allow into our inner circle. Like, right? We've been conditioned and convinced that it ain't no friends. We've been conditioned and convinced that nobody's going to support you. And being practical and using and staying connected only to the people who we currently have connection to. Y'all, sometimes that ruins your possibility. You being practical and playing it safe with who you allow into your life and who you allow into your heart and who you allow to know your business. Playing it safe is keeping you from the possibility of a wider and a greater and a more magnificent life. Some of you, so we talk about asking too many questions, and we talk about playing it safe. But some of y'all will what if a thing to death, right? Some of y'all will ask, well, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does work? Like, what if it does work and you get all of the possibility out of it that you desire? But what if it doesn't work, y'all? Who cares? Move on. If you're still living, if you're still healthy, if you still have another opportunity to take advantage of another possibility, who cares? 100% of what we do is not going to come out exactly like we expect it to. But you'll never know the joy of engulfing yourself in the possibility if you keep asking, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if I don't get support? Who cares if you don't get support? Let me tell you, if you sell something, if you in sales, if you're in a network marketing organization, if you have a nonprofit organization, if you're doing whatsoever it is you're doing, can y'all step away from the comment and the notion that your family and your friends don't support you, that the people you went to college with and the people in your inner circle don't support you? Ma'am, sir, you're not going to earn no living off of what they buy anyway. You're not going to earn no living and sustain no organization off of what they give anyway. So get out of this thought pattern and get out of this mindset of what if they don't support. If this is in like embedded in the chambers of your heart, if this is your great passion and it's been running through the corridors of your mind for whether it's been for 10 days or for 10 years, you go find some support. You go get some support. And y'all, if you do what you do passionately enough, you're going to attract the people who can support you and who will support you. But make sure that you're not ifing the possibility out of whatsoever it is that you desire to do. The other question we ask a lot, and I'm finna go. The other question we ask a lot is, what if I don't like it? Who cares if you decide to eat something different at the restaurant and you don't like it? Order something else when you go back the next time. Keep it moving. Well, what if I don't like the experience after I've already paid for the conference? Who cares? Get what you can get out of it and keep it moving. Well, what if I start seeing this person? What if I start dating this person? What if I enter into a relationship, platonic or romantic, with this person and I don't like it? Who cares? Move on. Listen, can I tell y'all something? Relationships are important. Connections are important. But we hinder the possibility out of new connections and new relationships by questioning it to death before it even gets started, by playing it safe before you even get any pleasure out of it. And that's personal, professional, spiritual, physical, and financial pleasure. Like you what if it to death before you even cross the threshold where you can determine if we have the ability to build a foundation on something and move forward. Listen, so what if you don't like them in 3 weeks? Forget what everybody else said and move on. So what if the business relationship after 3 months it goes to the left and we decide mutually or individually that we're going to do something else? Y'all, take the time to consider the possibilities, because sometimes you're being so practical based on your experiences in the past that don't serve you well. Sometimes you're being so practical based on something somebody told you from 5 decades ago, and it don't work in this time and space reality. Sometimes you're being so practical based on stuff that's no longer true, based on stuff that never was true, and based on stuff that ain't gonna never be true. So when you're so practical that it blinds you from seeing the possibility of what could possibly come into fruition, you taint your own joy. Like you rob your own self of hope. You cause yourself to operate in a space of mediocrity and a space of average and a space of ordinary. And as for me, I'm allergic to ordinary, right? I don't like the ordinary. And so if you want to manifest more possibilities and actually explore them, y'all, do yourself a huge favor and don't let practicality hinder you from the possibility of what could give you more love, more joy, and peace in your life. Understand you don't always have to ask a bunch of questions. You don't always have to play it safe. You don't have to always ask, what if? What if it doesn't work? What if I don't get support? What if I don't like it? Like sometimes just step out, step into the new, enjoy the sunshine on your face. Look at the oranges and the yellows and the beautiful greens and just allow yourself to bask in the possibility of what is and what can be. You have the great power to manifest whatsoever it is you desire in your life. Make sure you're maximizing the possibility instead of allowing the practicality to hinder you. All right. Love y'all. Bye.